Thanks for joining us on TVC News. Let's bring you updates from Obaidowo, Nero Street, Lekki area of Lagos State, where 2 persons have been confirmed dead after a 7-story building under construction collapsed in the early hours of today. Rescue operations are still ongoing at the moment as responders are now on the 2nd floor. Combing the rubble, 4 persons are still believed to be trapped under the rubble. Commissioner for Physical Planning and Urban Development, Darius Ishaku, during an interview with newsmen at the site, disclosed that the Lagos State government will investigate the incident. The permanent secretary of the Lagos Emergency Management Agency, Olufemi Oke Osoitolu, and Southwest Coordinator for National Emergency Management Agency, Ibrahim Farinloye, also spoke to TVC News on the incident earlier.
Our operation is swift, prompt, effective and efficient. We were called at 3:15 a.m. that a 7-story building collapsed. And the most important thing that you need to appreciate that the relevant government agency has sealed this place up. So one way or the other, you
sealed it up when now or before now?
Before the incident.
So what happened? Why didn't it
we will get to that because we are going to carry out holistic investigations. What we are doing now, this place is still live and all the key stakeholders are on the ground. You can see the ambulance services are on the ground, the LASEMA on the ground, the NEMA on the ground, the building controlling agency are on the ground, and the Commissioner of Physical Planning is on the ground. And with this combined effort, we use just sophisticated equipment to comb the area up, and you can see that the scene was divided into 3 quadrants, and we are using different heavy duties to achieve our purpose: holistic search and rescue, safety of life of that place, and gradually we are moving to ground zero.
After this rescue operation, the state authorities, especially the LABSCA laboratory testing, including current with the Lagos State government's Ministry of Physical Planning, will definitely commence investigation. Police also will do their own part.
So how soon can the structure be brought to ground zero?
Well, it can be, you can't give time frame because of the mode of operation. We may still see 1 or 2, 3 people who are still alive. So depending on the level, once you locate somebody there, you have to slow down the whole process. But right now it's moving speedily until when we are able to get the location of the people.
In Ogun State, residents are still in shock after a tanker laden with petrol exploded at the boundary communities of Olambe and Matogun for local government area, raising 10 buildings. The truck driver was said to be conveying the petrol to a filling station in the area when he lost control of the vehicle. Eyewitnesses say the tank fell off, spilling the contents on the road and into the drainage in the area. Residents lament the lack of government presence to avert the level of damage. Senior correspondent Sharon Ejason reports.
Ifo local government area is in Ogun State, southwest Nigeria. Its headquarters is located in Ifo town. It has a land area of 521 square kilometers and a population of about 700,000 residents as at the 2006 census. It was a bumpy ride as TVC News crew made efforts to locate the scene of the explosion, involving a tanker laden with petrol at the boundary of Olambe and Matogun communities. Eyewitness said the truck driver was conveying the petrol to a filling station in the area when he lost control of the vehicle due to the poor condition of the road. Leaders in the community want government to construct durable roads in the area.
If you can vote for any governors since about 2015, nobody out of those governors that concern our own community, and we are voting, and they are collecting tax concerning shops. So I'm so sad concerning this one. I beg the federal government and Ogun State government, together with Ifo local government, to come and assist us in Lambe, Oluyole, Matogun community.
I met with Chidera Glory and other shop owners affected by the tanker explosion. They are worried about their situation, saying they deserve more dividends of democracy from government.
My shop worth 950,000 because I just opened it new. It's a wine shop. Everybody knows the shop, but I was surprised yesterday. I was at home when they came to call me that the shop is burning up. And I'm calling on government or anybody to assist me because I'm an orphan. I don't have anybody.
I was just told that this is what is happening in my shop. So, and I have a lot of things there. I have one big oven, small one, which is charcoal and gas oven. I have some tables, fridges, lots of events, decoration materials, flowers, catering accessories, everything.
Eyewitnesses say the explosion caused panic in the community as more than 10 houses, 5 shops, 1 hotel and a church were burnt.
Though the situation was mitigated because the product in the tanker that fell spilled into a nearby canal. However, residents of this area are concerned about the deplorable road in the community. They want the state government, federal government and relevant authorities to do the needful to ensure that the road is in a better place. Sharon Ijason, TVC News, Ifo Local Government, Nigeria.
Ondo State, where at least 9 persons have been abducted by gunmen around Ifo area in Ose Local Government area of Ondo State. The victims were said to be returning from a burial ceremony on Saturday when the incident occurred. The state police spokesman, Fumilayo Dolami, who confirmed the abduction, said operatives of the police and the army have begun combing the forest with a view to rescuing the victims. Also, the Ondo State commander of Amotekun Corps, Adetunji Adeleye, explained that his men and all the security agencies had been briefed and had since commenced search for the victims. In Ondo State, the body of a director in the State Teaching Service Commission, Benga Olofingwego, has been discovered in Akure. His decomposing body was found earlier today at St. Teresa Primary School, where he was dropped by his assailants. Mr. Olofingwego, who until his death was a director of the Department of Research and Statistics, and was declared missing on Thursday after he left the office for undisclosed reasons. Family and friends had heard that he fell victim of kidnapping, expecting call from his abductors for ransom payment. Efforts to trace him were fruitless until his mutilated and decomposing body was found today. Women have been charged to be more supportive of their fellows in the pursuit of more representation in policy making across the nation at the forthcoming polls next year. This formed the theme of a 3-day Zonal Executive Council meeting of the Nigeria Association of Women Journalists in Yenagoa. There is more in this report.
We receive tomorrow. Please.
The rejection of the 5 gender bills at the National Assembly and the general low ratio of women vying for elective positions at the forthcoming polls next year has become a rallying point for Nigerian women in recent times. In this 3 days meeting of the Nigerian Association of Women Journalists in Yenagoa, the media professionals in the South-South zone are advocating support for women contesting for policy-making positions in the general elections next year.
As empowered by the Constitution, 1999 Constitution, the media, as members of the 4th Estate of the realm, our job is being a watchdog to society. That does not mean that we have to go all there to make views when there is none. We want to project the society for the interest of the public. Our views should be heard, and that's where we can promote gender equity, we can promote sustainable development, infrastructural development in all spheres of society.
If they are not there, nothing comes to the women. Women are being neglected. The 35% affirmative action of the regime is not being utilized by Nigeria and various states in the country as well. We want a situation whereby women are represented in all spheres of the economy.
It is believed that the support of women, making up 60% of Nigeria's population, can result in more success at the polls.
Men don't allow their women to come out because they are afraid that the women will come out and become arrogant and start behaving somehow in the homes. Put it in the news, let people know what these women are doing and what they can do, so that even men can come out and vote for the women for that particular position.
If you're discussing my matter and I am not there and I'm not making an input, whatever comes out, I will bear the brunt. And that is what we do not want in this dispensation that is coming. We are also contributing our quota to nation building by airing our views.
The female media professionals, while emphasizing the need for more active participation at the polls next year, did not fail to reiterate the need for an all-inclusive government thereafter.
Back to our correspondent who is live for us at the scene of the collapsed building. Adedoja, what more do we know about this incident?
Okay, so they are still at the rescue operation that is going on here on Obaoniru Street here in Lekki is still ongoing, and the operation is at the second floor now. They found a slab on that second floor. The slab, there are belongings of people in that slab. They can find belongings and personal belongings like bags, shoes and all of that. So they are coming gently to see if they can get any survival at this juncture. That is what is going on now. The two excavators are still at work. They've been at work since 3 a.m. since 3 this morning, and it's still working. So they found the slab. In the slab are personal belongings, and so they are coming cautiously to see if they can get anyone alive. And that is what is going on now. Two persons have so far discovered dead, and they've been taken to the morgues. And others, that is uncertain, the number is still uncertain. So what we heard earlier, that there were other 4 persons inside the rubble. That has not been confirmed anymore, unlike what we were told. So they are on the second floor. The operation is ongoing. They are looking for survivors, really.
Thanks for staying with us here on TVC News. Now, Governor of Taraba State, Darius Ishaku, has sworn in 15 caretaker committee council chairmen and 7 commissioners. The caretakers and the commissioners were charged to commit themselves to consolidate on the administration's drive on good governance, provision of infrastructure and well-being of residents. Our correspondent, Ola Biadenusi, filed this report.
At the swearing-in ceremony are a new set of council chairmen and commissioners expected to promote the plans, policies and programs of Governor Darius Ishaku and join the ongoing effort focused on transforming the state into a viable economy. Governor Ishaku talks about current insecurity and the many challenges of government. He urged the newly appointed council bosses to prioritize maintaining peace in their communities.
I employ the CTC committees to participate in the administration's overall grand design, which entails good governance, the provision of infrastructure, and the overall well-being of all residents of our beloved state. Your responsibility is to transmit our policies and programs to the rural population without partisanship.
The governor, who also administered the oath of office on 7 new commissioners and collaborate with government to achieve the rescue mission agenda before the expiration of his second term as governor.
The commissioners also have a very important task ahead of them that calls for the utmost commitment and dedication. Some of you are familiar with the initiatives and strategies of this administration. So please join forces with me as we serve the populace.
In an interview with TVC News, some of the caretaker committee council chairmen and commissioners thanked the governor for finding them worthy and promised to sustain his rescue mission agenda.
And we are going to do our best to ensure that we continuously sustain the rescue mission agenda of His Excellency to the glory of God and for the benefit of good people of Taraba State.
The way I view it is that he has invited us back again so that our names will be written in the history because of the gigantic projects that he is undertaking. That's how personally I look at it.
Well, actually, we shall double our efforts in what we are known to be doing.
Some commissioners who had earlier resigned their appointment to contest PDP primaries are among those sworn in. Some of the commissioners were selected because of their contributions to achieving the goals and objectives of Governor Ishaku's administration.
Now, come Monday, the 5th of September, Emerald Day Secondary School will be opening its gates to both new and returning students. This was revealed by the board at the official commissioning of Emerald Day Secondary School in Gbagada, Lagos State.
This is a new edifice to be commissioned by the Lagos State Commission of Education. Guests made up of parents, family and friends arrived early for the event.
Emerald Day Secondary School came about because certain students can realize...
That's how Mr. Sam Obaze, Chairman Board of Governors, started his speech. He says it's been years of providing excellence in molding and transforming students.
In order to maintain our standards, the key staff have been drawn from Emerald High School, and some teachers of the high school will be teaching in this day school as well. The facilities speak for themselves. We pride ourselves in our polished values and refined educational system built over time across the schools. We envision that Emerald Day School will bring that vitality and solidity to the educational system.
Just before the commissioning, the commissioner, while addressing those present, said it's important the school has professionalized their plans for the future. Then it was time they've all been waiting for. The executive director of Emirate Schools, Mrs. Edna Obaze, took the honorable commissioner and her entourage for a guided tour of the facility. The commissioner said she was impressed by what she saw.
I wish that by Monday a lot of children come in, because I am certain that they will receive value for money. The school has been for nearly 30 years and they've done well over the years. So opening another one is just going to follow the same good quality.
For the school management, they are not only interested in the total well-being of their students, but also their comportment after leaving school.
I'd like to also mention our vocational school, because it's something that is quite different from what we see in many schools. So you find out that right from when the children are in the school, they're already industrious, they are already entrepreneurial.
From 8 o'clock, lessons start, but children resume by 7:30 and will close by 2:30. Then we'll have an hour prep for every child, where they will sit down, prep, and will close by 3:30 for the day.
They say their doors are open to parents and guardians for inquiries. Ivy Kano, TVC News, Lagos.
Sports now. Super Accurate Football Academy have emerged champions of the inaugural SEMA Rio Sports Under-15 Championship in the Alimosho area of Lagos State after beating SGH Sports Academy 11-10 on penalties.
The stage for the grand finale of the first Under-15 league in the Alimosho area of Lagos was the ultra-modern SEMA Rio Sports Center in the Kotun area of the state. The age grade tournament, which is aimed at discovering young football talents under the age of 15 within the local council development areas of Alimosho, had 16 teams battle from the group stages before 8 progressed to the knockout rounds. After an impressive run at the tournament, the final was between SGH Sports Academy and Super Accurate Academy from the Moson Okola LCDA. Was a close encounter between the two supremely talented sides, and penalties were needed to decide the winner. After an unending round of shootouts, the decisive moment finally came.
A penalty is a game of luck, so I don't believe we are going to win the match, but glory be to God for the winning.
Yeah, it's not bad. From 16, we took second, so we just need to work harder. It doesn't end here. We still have more places to go, and we need to keep working hard on the boys so we can get a better tomorrow from them.
These are I who can catch these boys very young. You know, they are 15 years old. Continue to monitor them. At this age, I was in the same. So you never know, tomorrow you start having the likes, some of them, the likes of JJ, Kano, Victor Kpeba, and Mokashi. So I am really pleased being here.
Awards were presented to outstanding individuals at the tournament with prize money for teams.
We can see that Alimosho is truly blessed with wonderful talents. We have been able to identify talents that are consistent from the preliminary stage to today's final. We are going to seek a parental consent, get them together, some of the talents identified, to be able to have something like a Simori Academy, as we have said.
All the talents identified are being called into the under-15 national state team for the National Youth Games. So we have talents from this area now, and we're happy that the spread is going across the state.
Manuel, TVC News, Lagos.